With a good helping of veg in these easy, cheesy zucchini muffins, they're the perfect, healthier treat. Okay, so for this super easy recipe, you will need 4.5 cups of wholemeal spelt flour, 1 3/4 cups of milk, 2 eggs, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 garlic cloves, 1/4 cup of oregano leaves, 1 teaspoon of cracked black pepper, 3 zucchini, they look beautiful right now, 1 1/4 cups of cheddar cheese, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and I think that's it. First step, preheat your oven to 160 degrees fan force. Okay, so let's start getting our ingredients into a large bowl. Here we go. And I'm going to start off by measuring my flour. And for something a little bit different today, I'm using some wholemeal spelt flour. So spelt is really just an ancient grain. It's a variety of wheat, and I kind of like it in this recipe because the wholemeal, it's a bit better for you. So let's grab a cup and a spoon. So this is how you should measure flour correctly. It's really important in baking that you do this properly. So scoop into a cup. Well, and then don't firmly pack it in, you just need to level it off. Perfect, 1 cup. And now we need 3.5 more. If you don't have wholemeal spelt flour, that's totally okay. You can also use just regular plain flour or even a gluten-free blend. Now let's add in the baking powder and the pepper. So here we go. And then just to make sure that's thoroughly combined with that flour, I'm going to grab a whisk and then just give that a little whisk just to make sure it's fully combined. Now let's get our fresh stuff ready. So I've got my oregano leaves here, which I'll pick and then roughly chop. Add that oregano in. Now we'll finely chop the garlic. Now let's grate the zucchini. So I've got my big test kitchen grater here, and I'm just going to grate 2 of the zucchini. The other one we're going to use as a little pretty decoration on top. Next, cheese. Now let's work on our wet ingredients. So our wet ingredients are our milk, eggs, and oil, and we're doing that separately so we can thoroughly combine them without over-mixing the whole batter. Otherwise, that results in tough muffins. No one wants that. So let's go. I'll start with the eggs so we can whisk those first. Milk, extra virgin olive oil. All right, so wet ingredients are all combined. Now let's give our dry ingredients a little bit of a mix first before we add them together. I've just made a little well in the center, which just means like a little hole in there, just perfect for our wet ingredients to go into. Now grab those and start pouring in. Now let's mix, but not too much, only until it's just combined. Make sure you get right to the bottom of the bowl to expose any dry ingredients. So now let's line our muffin tin. So I've got a 12-hole one here, and I'm using these little muffin wraps just to give it a kind of cafe style, a little bit of a fancy look. You can buy them like this, but you can also just cut your own. They're just a square of baking paper. Now divide the mixture amongst the muffin tin holes. I'm just using 2 spoons to help me out. It's a bit thick. Just start with spoonfuls in each one and just keep going until you've used it all up. So I've spiralized that last zucchini as well. It's just for a little decorative touch, just a little bit of fancy, but it's not complicated. So all I'm going to do is just grab a little bit. You don't have to be a stylist to do this. Just roughly twist this around your fingers and then push it into the tops of the muffins. And repeat. If you don't have a spiralizer, it's totally okay. You can just peel some little ribbons to put on top, or you can actually buy this already spiralized from Woolworths. Just going to crack over a little bit of black pepper as well, just for a little bit of extra flavor. Off to the oven, they'll take about 30 minutes. Check your muffins after 30 minutes. If they're a little bit golden on top, that's a good indication that they're done. But just to double check, you can pierce the center of them with a skewer. And if it comes out clean, they're ready. These ones are done. They're ready, and it's really hard to believe they're nutritionally approved, and they smell so cheesy and so delicious. And because we use those little papers, really easy to get out of the tin. These easy zucchini muffins are best enjoyed warm from the oven for a perfect, healthier snack. For more fresh ideas, head to the Woolworths website and search for recipes.